Hello students, this video is the second part of the chapter 100 Dresses Part 2. Now in this video, we will continue the chapter or the story further. There was not a sign of life about the house. Now when Maddie and Peggy, they reached to Vanda's house, they could not see anyone in the house. Paddy knocked firmly on the door, but there was no answer. She and Maddie went around to the backyard and knocked there. Still, there was no answer. Now they were knocking at the front door also. They were knocking from the back door also, but still nobody came to open the door. So it seemed that nobody was present in the house, and Maddie and Peggy thought that they must have left. There was no doubt about it. The Petronskis were gone. How could they ever mark or make amends? Now, finally, they thought that Vanda has left with her family. So now no option or no other alternative or no way was left to say sorry to Vanda for whatever they have done. Now they have no chance to improve their mistake. They turned slowly and made their way back down the hill. So when they found that Vanda was not there at her home, they returned back. Well, anyway, said Peggy, she's gone now, so what can we do? So Peggy told that now we can't say sorry to her because she now is no more here. Besides, when I was asking her about all her dresses, she probably was getting good ideas for her drawings. She might not even have won the contest otherwise. See, Peggy was again and again giving excuses to Maddie that whatever she has told to Vanda was unknowingly, it was not knowingly, and because Paddy was not knowing, Paddy thought that Vanda will not come to know that Peggy is making her fun or she is mocking at her. So she told that I thought that she is a foolish girl. So I was not knowing that she will come to realize that I am making fun of her. And second thing, Peggy told to Maddie that when I was asking questions about 100 dresses to Vanda, then at that time the creative and imaginative ideas must have come in her mind, and because of these ideas only, she could draw beautiful and colorful drawings and paintings of 100 beautiful dresses. And because of my questions only, she got the ideas and finally she won the contest. So I should not be blamed for teasing her or for asking her such silly questions. In fact, in other way or in an indirect way, I have helped Vanda in winning the competition. Maddie turned this idea carefully over in her head, for if there was anything in it, she would not have to feel so badly. So, but Maddie was again and again thinking about Vanda because she was feeling very bad about Vanda. But that night she could not get to sleep. She thought about Vanda and her faded blue dress and the little house she had lived in. So again and again in her thoughts, Vanda was appearing in her mind. At night also she was not able to sleep. When she began to sleep or when she got to sleep, again the thoughts were coming again and again, coming again and again in her mind. And what she remembered remembered about the poverty of Vanda, about the house in which she lived, and the same blue faded dress which she every day used to wear to the school. And she thought of the glowing picture those 100 dresses made, all lined up in the classroom. So Vanda has told that in my closet at my house, I have 100 beautiful dresses all lined up. Okay, so the same picture Maddie could see in her classroom. The beautiful pictures of 100 dresses, they were all beautifully displayed all over the walls. At last, Maddie sat up in bed and pressed her forehead tight in her hands and really thought. This was the hardest thinking she had ever done. After a long time, she reached an important conclusion. Now, she was trying to find out the way. What can be the other way if Vanda is not here? So, she holded her forehead in her hands and finally she was able to think, or she was able to decide something. She was never going to stand by and say nothing again. If she ever heard anybody picking on someone because they were funny looking or because they had strange names, she would speak up. So finally what she decided, she thought that my fault in this case of Wanda was that Peggy was again and again mocking at her, making fun of her, asking about her dresses and shoes and footwear. But I was not able to speak anything against Peggy, though I knew that she was doing wrong. So now she decided that if any student will ever mock at any other student or will make fun of that particular student, then I will speak in favor of the student and I will try to convince the person who is mocking at him or her, even if it meant losing Peggy's friendship. So Maddie thought that even if Peggy will make fun of anybody, then also I will speak against Peggy. And what can be the result? She thought that the worst situation can be that Peggy will not remain my friend. Then also I will speak against Peggy. She had no way of making things right with Wanda, but from now on, she would never make anybody else that unhappy again. Now, the mistake or the fault which she has done in case of Wanda, she cannot improve. But next time she will be careful that she will not allow any other person to hurt any poor or immature student. On Saturday, Maddie spent the afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Wanda Petronsky. Now they both decided to write a letter because here she was not there in the same town. So they decided to express their feelings through letter. It was just a friendly letter telling about the contest and telling Wanda she had won. Now Wanda was not knowing because she was not present on the day when the result was announced. So Peggy and Maddie decided that they will give this information through the letter. They told her how pretty her drawings were and they asked her if she liked where she was living as if she liked her new teacher. So they wrote everything about the contest, what happened, how beautiful her drawings were, and they also asked that wherever she has gone now, whether she liked that place or not. She had meant to say they were sorry, but it ended up with just writing a friendly letter, the kind they would have written to any good friend, and they signed it with lots of eggs for love. Means earlier they decided that before ending the letter, they would say sorry to Wanda. They would express their feeling of being sorry by saying sorry to Wanda for whatever they have done. But when they ended the letter, they could not say sorry to her, and at last they only wrote with lots of love. They mailed the letter to Boggins Heights, writing please forward on the envelope. So Peggy and Maddie were not knowing that where Wanda has gone, in which city she has shifted. So both of them wrote a letter at the address of Boggins Heights, and on the envelope they have written forward it. Forward it means now from here please send this letter to the place where Wanda has gone. Days passed and there was no answer, but the letter did not come back. So maybe Wanda had received it. Now the reply of the letter they did not get. But at the same time, the letter which they have written to Wanda had not come back also. So it means Wanda has got the message or the letter, but she did not want to reply back to Maddie and Peggy. So maybe she has not written the letter. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry she was not going to answer. You could not blame her. Now it is not the fault of Wanda if she is not giving the reply of the letter of Maddie and Peggy. Because Wanda is very much hurt or she is feeling very bad. She is angry with both of these two children. That's why she has not given the answer of this letter. So it is not her fault. It is the fault of Peggy and Maddie. Weeks went by and still Wanda did not answer. Many days, many weeks passed, but no reply came. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business, and Maddie put herself to sleep at night making speeches about Wanda, defending her from great crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with how many dresses have you got. Now Peggy slowly with the passage of time has forgotten everything, and Maddie, whenever she used to go to sleep, she always saw that now she is standing, means Maddie is standing with Wanda, and Maddie is opposing all those girls who are making fun of Wanda by asking her about her dresses. And before Vanda could press her lips together in a tight line, the way she did before answering, Maddie would cry out, "Stop!" Then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. Now, as soon as the girls started making fun of Vanda, Maddie imagined this was only an imaginary situation. Actually, was not there. Actually, Vanda was not there. So, in imagination or in thoughts only, Maddie saw that if anybody teased Vanda, she shouted at that particular boy or girl, and or those group of people who were teasing Vanda. She shouted immediately, and all the people, they stopped teasing her. Now it was Christmas time and there was snow on the ground. So Christmas has come, December. Christmas bells and a small tree decorated the classroom. Even the school was decorated with a Christmas tree and Christmas bells. On the last day of the school before the holidays, the teacher showed the class a letter she had received that morning. Now the Christmas holidays were about to start. So on the last day of the school, when the teacher entered in the class, she brought a letter with her which she has got in the morning. You remember Vanda Petronsky, the gifted little artist who won the drawing contest? Well, she has written me and I am glad to know where she lives because now I can send her a medal. So the letter was from Vanda Petronsky and the teacher was very happy to know that the teacher has come to know that where Vanda has gone with her family and now where she is living, in which town she is living. So the teacher thought that now if I know his address, I can send her the medal which she has received in the competition. I want to read her letter to you. The class sat up with a sudden interest and listened intently. So with the passage of time, all the students, they have forgotten Vanda about her incident except Maddie. But now when they listened that a letter has come from Vanda, they were all curious or eager to listen to what she has written. Dear Miss Mason, how are you and room 30? Now see, Vanda still remembers her school, her class and the students or her friends. Please tell the girls they can keep those hundreds dresses because in my new house I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. Again she is saying the same thing, that whatever pictures or whatever colorful drawings I have made of 100 dresses, my friends can take them because I don't require them now. In my new house I have again new 100 dresses and they are all lined up in my closet. I would like that girl Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with the red trimming and her friend Maddie to have the blue one. So she had specifically designed a particular dress or a specific dress for Maddie and Peggy. So Vanda told that Peggy should take the picture of the green dress and Maddie should take the picture of the blue dress or the drawing of the blue one. For Christmas, I miss that school and my new teacher does not equalize with you. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. So she has written this letter on the eve or on the occasion of Christmas, and Vanda told in her letter that she told to the teacher that my new teacher is not as good as you were and my school is not also as good as previous school and I still remember my old friends. So this shows that Vanda was not angry with them or upset. On the way home from school, Maddie and Peggy held their drawings very carefully. Now both Maddie and Peggy, they were happy to listen that Vanda is not angry with them, and Vanda has still mentioned in her letter that this particular dress is for Peggy and this particular dress is for Maddie. All the houses has wreaths and holly in their windows. Outside the grocery store, hundreds of Christmas trees were stacked, and in the window, candy peppermint sticks and cornucopias of shiny transparent paper were strung. Means all the houses, they were decorated on the occasion of Christmas. The air smelled like Christmas and light shining everywhere reflected different colors on the snow. The houses and the streets, they were colored with beautiful lights. Boy, said Peggy, this shows she really likes us. It shows she got our letter and this is her way of saying that everything is alright and that's that. So Peggy was very happy to understand that or to listen that Vanda in her letter has not shown her anger towards Peggy or Maddie, means everything was normal. They were thinking that Vanda must be angry with us, but now everything was normal, and listening to this or realizing this feeling of Vanda, they were very happy. I hope so, said Maddie sadly. She felt sad because she knew she would never see the little tight-lipped Polish girl again and could not ever really make things right between them. Now, Maddie told that I am also very happy to realize that Vanda is not angry with us, but I am sad because now no more I would be able to meet or see Vanda and could say sorry to her. She went home and she pinned her drawing over a torn place in the pink flowered wallpaper in the bedroom. So very carefully she took the drawing that Vanda had made, and when she went home she went into her bedroom, and on the wall of the bedroom she put up that drawing. The shabby room came alive from the brilliancy of the colors. Till now the whole house or the room was looking very shabby, very untidy. But when she put on the picture on the wall, which was made by Vanda, the room started looking very beautiful. Maddie sat down on her bed and looked at the drawing. She had stood by and said nothing, but Vanda had been nice to her anyway. So now Maddie was continuously looking at the drawing made by Vanda, and she was happy to realize that Vanda was not angry with Maddie, even when Maddie had not supported her when Peggy was making fun of her. Tears blurred her eyes and she gazed for a long time at the picture. So continuously she was looking in the picture and she was crying that what she has done to Vanda and how Vanda had responded. She was still not angry with Maddie. Then hastily she rubbed her eyes and studied it intently. She was looking at the picture very carefully. The colors in the dress were so vivid, vivid means lively, that she had scarcely noticed the face and the head of the drawing. Now, the dress which she had made in her drawing for Maddie was so colorful that Maddie was only attracted towards the colors which were present in the drawing. She had never paid attention to her face and head. But it looked like her, Maddie. Now the face and the head was just looking like Maddie. Means Vanda has not only designed the dress for Maddie, but the picture was also looking like Vanda. It really looked like her own mouth. Mouth face also was like her. Why? It really looked like her own self. Vanda had really drawn this for her. It means she has drawn Vanda herself. Vanda has drawn Maddie herself in the picture because the appearance was just like Maddie. Excitedly, she ran over to Peggy. Peg, she said, let me see your picture. Now, Maddie thought that in this picture, I am being reflected by myself. Now, let's see the picture of Peggy. What's the matter? Asked Peggy as they clattered up to her room where Vanda's drawing was lying face down the bed. Maddie carefully raised it. Now she started running towards the Peggy's house, and when she reached there, Peggy was very surprised to see Maddie at her house at that particular point of time. But Maddie did not say anything. She just rushed into the room of the Peggy where she has kept the picture. Look, she drew you. That's you, she exclaimed, and the head and the face of this picture did look like Peggy. So immediately Maddie told to Peggy that see, the face and the head which is looking in the picture is just resembling you. Means Vanda has drawn your picture, your face in this drawing, and she has drawn my face and my picture in my drawing. What did I say? Said Peggy. She must have really liked us anyway. So, Maddie at last told that these pictures show that Vanda liked us in her heart. She was not angry with us. That's why she has drawn our pictures along with beautiful dresses. Yes, she must have agreed Maddie, and she blinked away the tears that came every time she thought of Vanda standing alone in that sunny spot in the schoolyard, looking sturdily over at the group of laughing girls after she had walked off, after she had said, sure, 100 of them all lined up. So, Peggy was also crying in her heart by inside that because she was again and again reminded by the face of Vanda, who was all alone in this school. Nobody was there to support her, no friend was there to talk to her, to share her feelings, and only the girls, they laughed and they just talked with the purpose of making fun at Vanda. Still, Vanda has not shown her anger or her hatred towards these girls. Still, she loved them. So, imagining or thinking about all these feelings of Vanda, Peggy also began to cry. So, in the next video, we are going to discuss the question answers of this chapter. Thank you.